Good evening, everybody. Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday to everybody. Hope everybody's doing well. We're starting early because I feel like it. But we have some stuff to talk about. Some shit I've been seeing on some of this stuff I've been seeing on YouTube from other content creators. Reasons for this, reasons for that. So we're going to go ahead. If somebody would like to join the conversation, you're more than welcome. Just ask for the link. I'll put the link in the description. If you feel you want to join and you have something interesting to say, and you can come on up. But we're going to talk about a few things. So we'll get a few people in here. I know I started early. I had to schedule for 6 and I rescheduled it at 5:30. Now I'm starting now. So let's get some people in here. Let's discuss some gig work garbage shit that I've been seeing on YouTube. Or my opinions on things I've seen here on YouTube. What my feelings on it. What I think. So we'll discuss that. If people can pull themselves away from work and come here, more power to them. I know a lot of people work 8 days a motherfucking week in this community. So we'll see. We'll see who wants to show up. Because they do nothing but work. You know, independent contractors that can do whatever they want, whenever they want, but yet work 8 days a week. Hey, that's what it is. But yeah, we're going to talk about a couple things I heard. First thing, it's about the customers tipping thing. Something about it was Gino did a video about something Bree said, bullshit, in my opinion. I shouldn't say it's bullshit. Most likely it's bullshit. It's not really bullshit. It's the same ass bullshit excuse that we tend to give people that don't want to do something. Then the whole tipping thing in general, we'll talk about that because the whole tip fatigue bullshit that we hear about. Hey, Julie, how's it going? Whole tip fatigue bullshit. And then I saw something from Pedro today. I made a comment why gig workers don't seem to be on the same page about anything. We'll discuss that. And there's something I want to talk about on Rodeo side. Something about getting the ADA involved with DoorDash, which I think is fucking stupid. And no personal attacks. I just think some of this shit's dumb. And it's unnecessary. And we'll discuss it. And if you'd like to come up, you're more than welcome to come up. I'll put the link up. You're more than welcome. If you have time to pull yourselves away from your gig apps. I know. I got to find a different community. This community is to the point where it's wore out. Everybody always working. You can't even have really good shit. Everybody's working all fucking time. How hot is it today? Hot, probably. Right now, it's currently 109. I didn't say Pedro was dumb. Don't say shit like that. I didn't say that. I just got things I want to say about that. So I guess we'll just start it. I'm not going to wait on everybody. They can rewatch the shit. So we'll start with the whole Dino Bree thing about customers are too stupid to understand what a service fee and delivery fee is. And that's the reason why they're not tipping because they think this and this. Okay, that is such a lame-ass excuse for people not to tip. Okay, that's a lame-ass excuse. Pretty much damn near almost everything that you do online has a service fee. Okay, that doesn't mean the service fee goes to the employees. So to think that because DoorDash has got a service fee or whatever fee it is, a delivery fee, which is another thing. The delivery fee, we see that a lot of times the Dashers are getting a partial of the delivery fee, if not all the delivery fee, according to the, how should I say, examples that were given on that channel. You know, where the delivery fee was canceled out. It was like $3.99, $4.99. It was canceled out to zero. So, but anybody that used that excuse that, oh, I thought you got the service fee, I thought you got the delivery fee, that's a lame ass excuse for people that don't want to tip. Okay, that's not a reason. Anybody that's grown up by now knows you do anything online, you pay your car payment online. There's usually a service fee. Does that mean the service fee is going to the person taking your payment over the phone? No. So why would you think because you get a service fee on DoorDash that goes to the DoorDash driver? No, doesn't happen. Pay your bills online. Most online bill payments have service fees connected to them. Does that mean the service fee goes to the person on the phone, answering the phone, taking the payment? No. So to even use that as an excuse or try to use that as a reason why people aren't tipping is ignorant, because that's ridiculous. Everybody knows that's ridiculous. They know what a service fee is for, so no use that as an excuse. As far as the delivery fee, from what I said, average delivery fee on DoorDash, I looked it up, $1.99 to $5.99. And a lot of times those are slashed down to zero for the customer and or discounted highly for a delivery fee. Now we know that you get about $2.50 per order on a delivery. So you are getting partial delivery fee, if not all the delivery fee, especially if they cancel it out. They're paying you to deliver that food. So not an excuse for not tipping. The non-tipping thing, in my opinion, nowadays. Oh, and let's go back to the tip fatigue shit. The tip fatigue shit. As a grown-up, as a person that has grown up through the whole lifetime, you know what is typical tipping environments. We know this. You should know this. If you have parents, you should know this. Okay? And to use the excuse that I see a tip jar everywhere is my reason not to tip, once again, ignorant ass excuse. My reasoning behind it is entitlement. Everybody has been fed this bullshit entitlement that they're entitled to whatever they get for free. They should not have to do anything other than pay for what they got, and that's it. They don't understand what service is anymore. We have lost people have lost the idea of what service and gratitude for people doing something for them is for, because they've been raised to think that they're special and they can do whatever they want. And they don't have to say thank you. They don't have to show gratitude, because you should be expected that they're prince or princess and they should get what they want and they should be treated as such. No, that is entitlement behavior and it's ridiculous. Second of all, if you see a tip jar everywhere, if I go into McDonald's and I see a tip jar, no, I'm not going to tip. If I go into Burger King, see a tip jar, I'm not going to tip. These are the jobs people are getting paid to do. This is what they get paid to make your food and give you the service of the food. Take your order. That's what they get paid for. So technically, should they be getting tipped? No. This is what they're paid to do. Deliveries are different. Servers are different. Bartenders, once again, a serving position, different. But we already know what you should and should not tip for. And just because you see a tip jar everywhere, and you're like, oh my God, that's my reason not for tipping. No, you're lame. You're cheap. You're being cheap. You're looking for an excuse to be a cheap ass and not tip people. That's what you're looking for. So it has nothing to do with tip fatigue or tip jar this, tip jar that. You don't have to tip. You don't have to tip. Just because you see a tip jar doesn't mean you have to tip. And you shouldn't be getting mad because wherever you go, you see a tip jar. I get in my car Am I in here? Do you guys see me? Do you guys see me in here? Had an issue here. Internet. Something's up with my thing here. My internet's being dumb. For some reason, my shit's restarting. I gotta fix it. Let's see. So, can you guys see me? All right, cool. All right, we'll just have to do it from here. Apparently, something's up with my. Let me go reset my thing. I think it's something's wrong with my thing. I gotta reset it. Yeah, I'll be right back. I just have to reset this. Something wrong with my thing here. For some reason, my internet started itself again, or my little unit. I don't know why it's doing that. We'll have to check it. All right, so let's see. We'll see. I'm back. Yeah, I'm back. All right, we'll see if I can get that fixed. Get that turned back on. Do you know Hack Me? No, do you know didn't Hack Me? It's for some reason I was messing with my unit for my internet, and now for some reason wants to restart itself. Apparently for no reason. So we'll just have to do it for here for now, and then we'll once I get the internet back up here, we'll see what's up. I'm gonna have to get a hold of T-Mobile and say, hey, you need to send me a new one or something. This thing's ridiculous. It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be redoing that. Or it's worse redoing it. We'll get it. We'll get it back up and running. Always something with this internet. I may have to look for. I may have to talk to T-Mobile and say, "Hey, dude, you either give me a new one or figure out something because this is ridiculous." Call service, say, "Hey, this thing's ridiculous." But where were we? Yeah, the lame ass excuse of because you see a tip jar, that's a reason not to tip. No, that's ignorance. That's ignorance. Like I said, I go out every day. I see people that don't know how to drive, or does that mean I'm going to stop driving my car? No. So it's not an excuse. At this point, I see it's just an entitlement thing. People think they're entitled to everything, and so that's just what that's what they expect. Let's see if we'll see if this continues. I'll stay in here on my phone just in case. Come back in. All right. There we go. I'll stay on the phone just in case. You never know what's going to happen. See if the thing falls out again. But yeah, but just lame ass tipping. It's just lame ass tipping. But as far as when it comes to um, service fees and delivery fees, yeah, that's not an excuse. People just don't. People just aren't willing to tip, and that's all it boils down to. Um, so, just an entitlement behavior. Let's see what are fair tips for delivery. What are fair delivery? I think a fair tip for delivery is 10 to 15% for delivering 10 to 15%. If a person can't tip 10 to 15%, they're trash humans. They're trash humans. You're putting people's. We signed up for it, but it's still a job that requires you're servicing other individuals. who obviously are not able to do it for themselves, and they're asking for you to do them a favor. So you should minimum 10 to 15%. You figure you're risking your personal safety, your personal vehicle, and this whole idea that the job needs to pay you, and no, you need to show gratitude, because if you want to be a prince or princess and sit on your ass and be treated like like a prince or princess and have shit brought to you, you need to learn to tip. You need to show gratitude for that, or get off your fucking ass and do it yourself. It's not that hard. It's that simple. This whole idea that the job should have to be held responsible to pay for everything because you want to be a cheap piece of shit is that's unacceptable behavior. That's unacceptable behavior. And everything should be done for them for free. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it's T-Mobile that's having issues right now, because my phone just did the same thing. Maybe it's the T-Mobile internet. Maybe T-Mobile's having drama right now. Who knows? Could be. It happens every now and then, but they're having issues with their phone. But yeah, it's ridiculous. So yeah, I feel 10 to 15%. I tipped $7 on Uber Eats order of 11, but they never showed, so I lowered my tip to 0. Wow, they pretty much stole your food. Yeah. Yeah, that's not good. Yeah, and then shit like that definitely affects it, because people are tipping, and you got these trash ass drivers that are stealing the food, not showing up, shit of that nature too. So that doesn't help the situation either, because if you continually tip these people and they don't bother to deliver the food, or they steal the food, yeah, that's ridiculous. So that doesn't help anyways. So not only do you have an entitlement society, you got trash delivery drivers, because anybody and everybody can get on the platform to deliver. So you have that issue as well, because is this the first time it's ever happened to you, Jody? If it's the first, it might not be the first time it's happened. So you have issues like that. People get tired of that. They throw it, and then the driver doesn't even show up. You know. So that's a problem. So, but in my opinion, it's more or less just an entitlement of society nowadays that people don't want to tip, and bad service. That's probably has a lot to do with it as well. People are tired of tipping good money to not get their food. And then they got to go through the whole process. Uh, yeah, it's something with the T-Mobile. Something with T-Mobile. Ugh. Connection is unstable. If you're on Wi-Fi, try plugging it in your router or move closer to it. Can't move it any closer. The fuck? We're already here, right next to it. It's got to be something over there. Something going on. I don't know. But yeah, but it's the first time you order. See, that's horrible. That's horrible. You tipped well first time you ordered. Yeah, that's here. I can take myself off the screen. We'll remove myself from the screen. If I have to pop back up, I'll pop back up. But yeah, that's rude. That's crazy. Next, why do drivers not seem to be on the same page when it comes to wanting stuff? Pretty much the same reason, in my opinion. All these drivers think they're special. They all have different ideas. They all have different wants and needs. So if what you want doesn't fit what they want, then they're never going to agree with you. Second of all, we don't reach a large enough amount of gig people to even put a dent in what's going on in this gig world. But that's why they don't get along, because they chose to do a job. They're not getting out of it what they want out of it. So if they don't get what they want out of it, how can they be on your side when you're getting what you want out of it? Everybody wants something different. That's why they're never on the same page. That's why you got people doing strikes. That's why you got people doing this shit. That's why we have these issues with legislation. Is because people on the news, you can look it up. I've seen it plenty of times on the news here. Uber drivers, Lyft drivers, food delivery people complaining they don't make enough money. And so then we wonder why we get legislators now wanting to put, restrictions and do stuff for gig workers, because they're the ones constantly complaining. They chose to do the job, but yet they're the ones constantly complaining about not getting enough money, not doing this, not doing that. So this is why we got issues with legislation, because groups of people have not got what they wanted. And so they're going to legislators and they're complaining. They're going to the news complaining, doing strikes at airports, putting it out there that they're not making enough money for something they chose to do. And so that's why we get these people that just don't get along. And like I said, we don't reach enough of them. And probably most of them don't even care. Most of these people don't even care. They just want to go out, make their money, and go home. That's why you got $2.50 orders, because people will do them. And that's why you have to deal with the $2.50 orders, because people will do them. And that's how it works. They're willing to do them. So as long as people are out there willing to do it, you're always going to have the $2.50 orders. And that's how it is. That's how it is. There's not too much to think about when it comes to that. Why we don't all on the same page. We all have different needs. All gig workers have different needs. And that's what's going to happen. As long as you got different needs, you're never going to get a consensus on what you want or what you don't want. And as long as you got people complaining to the news, bringing it to legislators, you're going to have legislators that are going to try to sling legislation. And then you got the people that don't want it, that are fighting. And that leads me to the rodeo thing. Why are we trying to get the ADA involved in DoorDash? What does the ADA have to do with DoorDash? Okay. What I heard was, does DoorDash tell you there's an elevator that's not working? But okay, that is asinine to think that DoorDash is going to be able to know what every elevator that's not working in the United States. They're not going to know every crack in the road in the United States. They're not going to do it. And if you look it up, independent contractors do not fall under the ADA regulations. They don't. The only way you fall into that is via rideshare. And that's because the companies have to supply for the apps are responsible for making their apps and services available to the general public. It does have nothing to do with independent contractors or gig workers. The whole transparency, knowing if there's a crack in the road, knowing if there's an elevator that's not working. That is not DoorDash's. That does not fall under ADA STIP. That DoorDash needs to know that and needs to tell you that. Second of all, you signed up to do a delivery job. Did you not think there was going to be heavy packages? Did you not think there was going to be stairs? Did you not think there was going to be apartment buildings that you signed up to do that? What do you want? What do you expect DoorDash to do? Put somebody in your car because you can't walk upstairs and do the order for you? You're not making any sense when you bring this shit in. You guys don't want legislation. You want less legislation. You want this. But yet you're bringing it to the fucking gig apps when you do shit like trying to get the ADA involved, when it has nothing to do with independent contract work. It has to do with the apps. Yes, the apps are responsible for making sure their services are available to handicapped people. That is, hey, Mike, what's up? But as far as you are concerned, no, you are not concerned. It does not fall on you. I've already looked it up. It does not apply to you. You are not, see, that's another thing. You guys are not employees. This is another problem I have. You guys continually want to be independent contractors, but you're asking for shit as if you're an employee. Now that DoorDash has got to make accommodations, whether or not you can walk upstairs or not, you should know that before you signed up for DoorDash, whether or not you can walk upstairs. DoorDash should not have to tell you if an elevator is not working. That's not their responsibility. So you guys want independent contractor shit, but yet you want shit that's made for employees. It's like, which one is it? That's the problem. You guys want you want the best of both worlds. You want to have fucking employee benefits, but you want to be considered an independent contractor. And that's not how it works. It's either going to be one or the other. And if you're going to fight from becoming employees, don't ask for shit that's made for employees. Yes, the ADA is made for employees. That you have to make accommodations for employees that are handicapped. You're not an employee. You're an independent contractor. So getting more government involved in something you don't want government involved is totally ass backwards from what your ultimate goal is. And to even say something like that to me is really, and I'm not, like I said, I'm not looking to like do it, but what the fuck? That's no common sense. Common sense is if you sign up to do something, you should be able to do it. Not expect the government to come in and do it for you. So what is going on with some of you guys? What is going on? You guys are your own worst fucking enemies. I'm telling you. What's up, Jackie? What's up, Jesus? How you doing? You guys are your own worst enemies. The ADA has nothing to do with DoorDash. And trying to get them involved in DoorDash is, why are you trying to pull government agencies into something where you don't want government? That makes no sense. Because it does not apply to independent contractors. I already looked it up. It's like, come on, man. And then there was something about not enough drivers on Uber and Lyft to supply, supply rides for people with service dogs. Let me tell you something. We all know I did Uber. I mean, Lyft. We all know I did Lyft. 12,500 rides. I can count on these two hands how many times I had to pick up a service animal out of 12,500 rides. I can count on these two hands how many times I had to do that. I can count on these hands how many times I had to pick somebody up with the fucking wheelchair or a walker. So to sit there and think and all this, somehow getting an ADA involved is ridiculous to me. It's ridiculous. Here, I'm going to look it up because I love how you guys argue with me. I'm going to look it up. You guys, you see, that's another thing. You guys don't think I do my research, but we'll look it up. ADA Title III, right here. Prohibits discrimination based on disability in public accommodations and commercial facilities. What the fuck's that got to do with DoorDash? Every building, when you go to pick up a food order, those businesses are required to go by ADA rules. So when you need a wheelchair, they got wheelchair ramps to get in to get your food. They have that. That's the accommodations. Here we go. Includes businesses open to public, okay, such as restaurants, stores, and hotels, commercial facilities, factories, warehouse. Mandates these entities ensure people with disabilities have equal access to their goods and services. Has nothing to do with DoorDash. That has nothing to do with DoorDash. Because when you go to pick up orders, all the businesses, apartments, everything, they already have to abide by the ADA rules. Has nothing to do with you. Has nothing to do with you. It has to do with the facilities. Which every time I went and picked up an order, there's wheelchair ramps, there's all that stuff. So how do you apply this to DoorDash? If a DoorDash disability affects their ability to complete the delivery, climbing share DoorDash needs offer alternative declining DoorDash. No, that's not. I already said. I already looked it up. ADA does not affect independent contractors. It's not their responsibility. You signed up for the job. You should know if you can go upstairs. What accommodations can DoorDash do? If you take an order, you know you can't go upstairs. How is DoorDash supposed to know that? How is DoorDash supposed to fix that? Go to that residence and tell them to add stairs? No, it does not apply to you. You should already know when you sign up for this job that you are already know what to expect. You are an independent contractor. And I'm gonna read you what that says. Oh. I told them I was in a wheelchair, Roy. That's how they know. Okay, but you signed up to do it. So it's not what. So now you expect DoorDash to send you orders that you can't go in a wheelchair? That's not going to happen. And it says right here, generally, Americans with Disability Act does not protect independent contractors from discrimination. Federal laws primarily apply to employees, not independent contractors. However, some states are expanding protections to include independent contractors in anti-discrimination laws. Now, if DoorDash didn't let you board because you had a wheelchair, that's how DoorDash would be affected. But it's not DoorDash's responsibility to know what elevators are working, what places has stairs, what place has apartment buildings. You signed on. That's something you are required as an independent contractor. You know that. You know you're delivering heavy packages. If you got a bad back, don't sign up to do heavy packages. If you can't crawl upstairs, you shouldn't be delivering food when you know there's 2-story apartments, 3-story apartments. But it does not apply to you as an independent contractor. Only in anti-discrimination shit. Which means if you signed up for DoorDash and you're in a wheelchair and they say no because you're in a wheelchair, then that affects you. But it doesn't expect DoorDash, like what I heard, to know what elevators are working, which apartment buildings. No, it doesn't. And to even get them involved in that, it makes no sense. Let's see. What did Drum say? How can you do DoorDash from a wheelchair? What's up, Vegas? Exactly. But that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about the transparency. People expect DoorDash to be able to, when you get an order, to tell you whether or not the elevator's working or not. Whether or not it's a 2-story apartment building, you got to go upstairs. That's what we're fucking talking about. That is not how the ADA works. So to even try to fight for that, to me, is you're bringing unwanted, unnecessary stuff to a job that you signed up for because it has nothing to do with you. It has nothing to do with that. And it still doesn't explain why, if you don't want government interfering, why are we bringing government into it? It kind of defeats the purpose, right? We'll bring government in when we feel it benefits us, but we don't want it when it doesn't benefit us. Only when it benefits us. That's the problem with gig workers. Oh, as long as it benefits us, we're good. If it doesn't, we got to fight against it. So pick your, either you do it or you either do want it or you don't. Not only when it benefits you does it make sure good. And bringing the 88 involved in it does not benefit you because it doesn't apply to you. Also, as far as the transparency shit, like having to know everything about the order. You get the when you get a DoorDash order, you get the mileage, you get where you're going, you get a map, shows you where you're going. Why do everybody feel that they need to know every fucking piece of information? How much Uber is getting, how much the customer is paying? That is none of your fucking business. The customer uses the app, they pay what they pay, they offer you the job, you fucking do it. Why is it necessary for you to know what Uber's getting paid, how much, what the fuck? What is that? That's like me going to my job and saying, okay, I need to see the books. I want to know everything. That's ridiculous. It's like you guys just, and even if you know that, what does that help you? How does that help you? How does that help you to know, okay, if you get offered a job and you take it from Uber, what does knowing how much Uber made from it matter to you? They paid you, they offered you money for it, you took it. So why does that matter to you? What the customer paid? What does that matter to you? Okay, let's see. What is it? The Rehabilitation Act of 1973. Section 501 prohibits discrimination in federal employment based on disabilities. Has nothing to do with DoorDash. Prohibits discrimination by federal contractors and subcontractors, requiring them. It has nothing to do with DoorDash. Section 504 prohibits discrimination in programs and activities to relieve federal financial assistance. Has nothing to do with DoorDash. Requires that all electronic information technically developed, procured, maintained, used by the federal government accessible to people with disabilities. Has nothing to do with DoorDash. So none of that has anything to do with DoorDash. Hey, what's up, Pay to Play? How you doing? What's up, sir? Those are the key provisions. Now we'll put involvement of independent contractors. Let's see. Rehabilitation Act. Rehabilitation Act involving independent contractors. Specifically, Section 503, discrimination based on disability, requires affirmative action for qualified individuals with disabilities, employment by federal contractors. Has nothing to do with gig work at all. What's up, sir? Thanks. Thank you, sir. So you say 504. Section 504. Section 504 of the Rehabilitation Act is a U.S. federal law that prohibits discrimination based on disability in programs and activities that receive federal financial assistance. It ensures individuals with disabilities have equal access to opportunities and benefits in federally funded settings. What the hell does that got to do with gig workers? It has nothing to do with gig workers. Includes employment, education, housing, and other areas. Has nothing to do with gig work at all. But that's not what I'm talking about. DoorDash lets people with disabilities work for them. Jen's a perfect example. She knows 5 people in wheelchairs that do it. They're not banning you. Unless you're blind. You can't deliver DoorDash if you're blind, but you can deliver DoorDash. If you have one leg, you can deliver DoorDash. They're not discriminating against people like that. We're talking the transparency of what was brought up regarding whether or not DoorDash knows if elevators are broken, giving you all the information regarding the delivery. Whether it's a second story building, stairs are involved. That has nothing to do with DoorDash. 88, that has nothing to do with it. All right, I'm back, y'all. I'm back, y'all. Okay, we're back. We're back. Yeah, I don't know why it keeps doing it. It's something with T-Mobile tonight is being fucking stupid. T-Mobile's being dumb, but I'm back. No, YouTube ain't canceled. It's something to do with T-Mobile, man. The internet's going in and out all day, like right now. So I don't know. Something to do with fucking DoorDash. I mean DoorDash. T-Mobile's internet service messing up. It's kicking off the. But I'm back. Let's see what we got here. I don't know why it keeps turning itself on and off. It's my unit that keeps turning it off. So now it's connected again. I'm gonna have to get a hold of T-Mobile tomorrow and give me a new. They need to give me a new thing, man. I'm not gonna deal with that. Cricket internet, you stupid. That's you guys, not me. All right, I'm back, bitches. All right, I'm back. No, I don't have Obama phone. No, it's fucking T-Mobile. For some reason, my thing over there keeps kicking off and off. I probably got to turn it off for a while and reset it or some shit. I don't fucking know. We were on a roll though, yeah. But none of that has to do with the ADA or that has nothing to do. DoorDash doesn't discriminate. You want to deliver DoorDash with one leg, you can. You want to deliver DoorDash deaf, you can. So they're not discriminating. And does DoorDash fund? Is DoorDash funded by the government? I don't know. Right? When you're enjoying the most from that city, yeah, right. Yeah, I know. I know. It's been doing it. It seems to do it like every 20 minutes. Okay, first of all, I'm not on my mom's internet. I have my own internet. I pay for my own shit. Dumb dumb. I'm not you. I pay for my own internet. Thank you very much. Okay. I know you guys. You guys make me laugh. Yeah, the platform is available. Yes, if you have a disability, you can access their services. Just like Uber, just like Lyft, you can access their shit. Yes, that's for the customers. They're required to for the customers with disabilities. They're required to do that. So if you can't see, I'm sure the app talks to you or whatever the deal is. I don't know how. I don't know. I'm not. I don't know how to. I don't access those parts of DoorDash. But that's for the customers. That's not for independent contractors. That's for the customers. Just like when it has nothing to do with it. Man, I'm telling you. See, it's the let's see, if it's the 5G hub, it's not a static IP. Sometimes switch towers are in heavy traffic. It's possible. It's possible. That's the driver's TOS. Accessibility comment states it complies accessibility laws. There is no ADA laws regarding independent contractors. Aims to make the platform usable for people with disabilities. Yes. That means if you order food through DoorDash, you have a disability, you can order food. That means you can still deliver with DoorDash if you have a disability. Yes. But the transparency is what I'm talking about. Talking about whether or not they have stairs when they send you an order or the elevator's broken, all that shit. That's not, it doesn't apply to you guys for that. Read independent laws 88. Hold on. Independent contractors, ADA laws. Generally, the American Disability Act does not protect independent contractors from discrimination. The ADA primarily applies to employees and employers, not independent contractors. However, offer protections to independent contractors under their own discrimination laws. And similar standards, the ADA offers protections to independent contractors working for federal contractors or those receiving federal funds. You don't care about jinx. That has nothing. What are you talking about? That has nothing to do with anything. What I'm talking about. See, that's why you guys are so fucking dumb. You guys don't even listen. This is the problem with gig workers. You don't listen. It's not DoorDash's responsibility, you being a dasher, to send you information about the apartment building, how many cracks are in the cement, whether or not they got fucking stairs, whether or not they got a working elevator. That's not DoorDash's responsibility. DoorDash doesn't have to tell you that. I'm not breaking up. What are you talking about? That's why I need to find a new community, man. This community is just fucking ridiculous. What about when the sidewalk isn't shoveled for winter? I need to know that too. Yeah, right. Drone dates. I guess they got. I guess they got to tell you everything, right? No, yeah, it's ridiculous. DoorDash does not discriminate against you fuckers if you have a disability. How many times you got to be fucking told that? They comply. We're talking about fucking contractors that are sitting here telling the ADA that they need to know when elevators are broken, cracks in the fucking sidewalk, all that other bullshit. That's what we're talking about. Yeah, I'm triggered because you guys are fucking stupid. You don't fucking listen. You just don't fucking listen. Plain and simple. This is why this fucking community is so fucked up. Because you guys don't listen. That's why this community is so fucked up. You guys don't listen. You guys pick to do a job, and you, like I said, you expect everybody to give you fucking everything. You want to be a fucking employee, but you want to be an independent contractor. You want the protections of an employee, but you want to be an independent contractor. None of you mother what the fuck you want. Hey, Mike, it's going good, bro. DoorDash must address what issues? What issues does DoorDash need to? First of all, you're not protected under the ADA. Period. Doesn't apply to independent contractors. It applies your ability to use the app, which they allow you to use the app. You can use the app if you got one leg, right? You can use the app if you use a cane, right? You can use the app if you're in a wheelchair, right? But as far as transparency, with the order telling you whether or not the fucking elevators work, there's cracks in the ground. No, they don't have to. They don't. That's not their responsibility. They do have to train your dog. What? Because my internet's been fucking up. T-Mobile's been going in and out, so I got one working. Yes, for contractors. This includes this for contractors, like people building shit, kind of contractors, not fucking DoorDash. Contractors working on public accommodations or commercial facilities required to comply with the ADA. What the fuck's that got to do with DoorDash? Is DoorDash building public buildings? Is it building schools? Is it building office buildings? No. Provide alternative delivery options. EJ, meet at door. Okay. DoorDash is just a dispatch company. They do not have any say in infrastructure. Exactly. How is DoorDash supposed to know every building, every elevator that's not working, any cracks in the ground that you can't walk over? How is DoorDash supposed to know that? To be that transparent in the app when they send you an order to let you know that? How are they? Sure, people can tell them, but they're not required to do it. They're not required. They're not required to. Why pick a job if you're unable to do the job? Why pick to do the job if you're unable to do it? That goes for any job. Why pick any job if all you're going to do is continually complain about it and want everything handed to you? What's the point of being an independent contractor if you expect everything handed to you like a fucking employee? What's the point? And why fight so hard against legislation? Yeah, that's because I'm on the internet. And why fight so hard for legislation against being an employee if you want all the benefits of an employee to be given to you? What's the point? There, Scott. Is it better now, Scott? Yeah. So anybody want to come up? You're more to come up, and we can discuss it. I know most of you are working, probably. But as long as the internet doesn't kick off like it's been doing, we should be good. Yeah, it keeps going. Like maybe I need to get like a one of those router things or like things that can. Maybe that I need to get one of those like extender router extenders or something, maybe. Or DoorDash can remove that particular building from my delivery if it's a challenge for me. I have done it before. Okay, so that's kind of on you guys to let DoorDash know that you can't deliver there. To do it from the car. You stupid. You stupid. I got kicked out. See, I got kicked out off my phone too. T-Mobile just being dumb today. We're gonna restart it. Get back in. Okay, we're back.
We'll turn
Turn.
the
Woo! Uh-oh. The alligator's on there. When you are sending an offer on DoorDash, you can tap a house icon that shows the customer's address. If it's a place you don't want to go, just hit the decline and move on. If you have someone with you, why not just send them? You are sent. Exactly. Exactly. No shit, right? But yeah, but do you feel it's DoorDash's responsibility to send you all that information or have all that information? They can't. They can't. That would be impossible for them to do. Period. So what? So what do you guys want from DoorDash? What do you guys want from DoorDash? What do you want from these apps when it comes to transparency? What do you guys want? What do you want? What is the point of being an independent contractor if we want all the protections of an employee? What is the point of being an independent contractor? I want good money for doing just a little. Well, ain't that everybody? But it doesn't happen that way. Don't. Why are you in a wheelchair? Man, don't be putting our personal business out there, man. That's private. That's private stuff. That's private stuff. So it may depend on your state because it does say, however, some states have laws that offer protections. The ADA, a federal law, does not consider independent contractors as employees and therefore does not extend its protections against disability discrimination to them. Some states, like California, Illinois, have laws that offer protections against discrimination to independent contractors, but it's not a universal federal standard. Employee versus independent contractor. The distinction. Sure, you do. But it's true, though, they can. The distinction between an employee and independent contractor can be complex and is often determined by factors like control over work, method of payment, provision of benefits. While independent contractors may not be protected under the ADA, they may have other avenues to pursue discrimination laws, such as through state anti-discrimination laws, in some cases under the Rehabilitation Act. But that's only if they deny you the ability to work on the app, and they don't. So, GLM, you're not blocked here. Yeah, you can still drive with no hands. What are you talking about? What are you talking? Yeah, I just looked, GLM. You're not blocked. You're not blocked. Yes, right. GLM blocked here. Her God Love Me was blocked a few weeks ago. Who blocked her? Oh, there it is right there. Who blocked her? All right, now it's not blocked. So somebody blocked you. Well, it's unblocked now. So you should be fine. Yeah, don't block her. Why is the split screen half Roy alligator? That's because I've been having issues with my internet, bro. For some reason, T-Mobile's internet's having a hard time. It seems to be fixed so far. I shouldn't say that, but because right when I say it's fixed, it's probably going to go out. So that's why I got it opened on the internet here, just in case, so I can continue the live from my phone. That's why. So I can continue the live from my phone in case the internet goes out again. Yeah, don't block her. She can be in here. She's allowed. But her channel's unblocked, so it's unblocked now. So I don't know who blocked it. No, I don't need to unblock every fucking channel you have. You have one channel. Come in as one person. I don't need to block. You don't need to have 5, 6 different channels to come in here. I just told everybody, do not block you. It won't block you. And if you want, I'll give you a wrench. Then you don't have to worry about being blocked. How's that? So come in as your normal channel, and I'll give you a wrench. That way you don't get blocked. There you go. But you don't need 15 fucking channels to be in here. Why do you got 15 fucking channels anyway? Oh, so you know who blocked her? Oh, shit. So come back in. I'll give you a wrench, and it'll be all fixed. How's that? Then you won't have to worry about it. But no, I'm not unblocking 25 fucking channels. You stupid. You dumb that. Well, why are the mods mean to you? Maybe the mods are mean to you because of stuff you do. Maybe that's why they're mean to you. So like Bobby with all his channels. But my deal is, what do you guys want if you're independent contractors? What do you guys want? I don't understand it. Tracy, a rat. I don't understand the point of being independent if you guys want everything given to you. I don't understand. No, I unblocked. Oh, I know. Never mind. I forgot to save it. Never mind. Let me go back in here. I gotta save it. Hold on. That was my bad. I didn't save it. Hold on. I unblocked you. I gotta save it now. Hold on. Let me go back in here and look to make sure. Yep, looks like you're good. You should be able to come in. Try coming in now. I saved you. I saved it. That was on me. So you should be good now. We can still use that and get money from YouTube, Roy, for banning you. What? We can use that and get money from YouTube for Roy banning you. Okay, what about a $2 unban? You stupid. You crazy. You crazy. No, I forgot to save it. So you should be able to come in. There we go. Here, stay in here. Let me give you a wrench. Hold on. Don't block her. If anybody blocks her, I'm going to block you. Got it? All right. There you go. Now you're blue. You're good. Was it Necro that blocked you? I don't think so. I don't know. See, I got kicked out of my own shit again. He knows the rules. Yeah. Nobody's allowed to be blocking anybody up here. Okay, so what should we do now as gig workers? Roy, I missed it. What should you do now as gig workers? No, I'm asking what do you guys want as gig work? Because people don't want legislation to make them employees, but yet we want to be afforded stuff as if we were employees. So that's what I'm asking. Why is it like, let's see, Roy does the police car. Yeah, I just put the police car. I just threw it up there. Any mod can block even after the stream is if you got the chat on. Well, yeah, you can block her so you don't see her, but can't block her from that. Get a haircut, get a real job like you're a big Bob. What should you do now as a gig worker? Quit complaining and just do what you signed up to do. In my opinion, that's what you can do. Okay, answer me this. Okay, let's say Jackie, Roy, clickbait, emergency, my ass. Yeah, right. I don't clickbait. let's say, okay, Jackie, let's say you drive for Uber, Jackie. You want transparency. You want to know everything about the ride that you're doing, right? So you want to know how much Uber charged the customer. You want to know what the customer paid the fucking Uber. You want to know all this stuff. Why? How is that going to affect you whether or not you take the order? And do you think that's appropriate when you're driving a car to try to accept the order? That you have to read through all this information prior to accepting an order? You already know that you can't. You need to accept service animals. You already know that, right? So what? So what is knowing what the customer paid Uber for the ride? What does all that information matter to you? Why is that important to you? Or why do you feel you need to know that? Oh, okay. Yeah, I say don't count on nothing from gig work. It's all, but that's what I'm saying. Why do you need all that information? Why would a gig worker, if Uber, that's probably why you be getting blocked. If Uber says we're offering you this 5 mile drive from here to here for $12, why do you need to know what the customer paid? Why is that important? Because that's what people want. People want to know what the customer paid Uber. They want to know all that. Why? But that's what I'm saying, Necro. Why? Why? Why not? No, you can get it. If you want it, but why do you need it? Why does Uber have to jump through all these hoops to show you what the customer paid them? Why is that necessary? Well, you already getting the transparency. You know the ride, right? You know the information on the ride, correct? And what is the money doesn't matter because you're going to accept the ride. If the ride is 5 miles for $15, you know what you're getting paid for going 5 miles, right? Isn't that transparency? They were hiding $40. They're not hiding anything from you. They offered you the job for this amount of money. You can accept it or not accept it. What they get paid is none of your business. If they charge customer $40 and only pay you $5 of that ride, you took the ride for $5. What does it matter if they got paid 40? You can just tell if it's a good or not by looking at it. Restaurant readiness, my asshole customer, oh geez. You can just tell by looking at it. But they still hiding money if they showed all of it. But 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 they're not hiding money from you. Okay, Peach, what did you do prior to gig work? What job did you work prior to gig work? I gotta take a piss. I'll be right back. Yeah. Oh, what's up, South Boulder? How you doing? What's up, Gear? Let's see, offices and such. What do you mean offices and such? You gotta be a little bit more specific. This wouldn't be an issue if they didn't steal tips, which is all Gig App have done. Yeah, they've all stole tips for sure. But you got to remember also when it comes to rideshare and stuff like that, a lot of the tips aren't done until after the ride. So, it'd be hard to give you all the information if the customer hasn't tipped yet. So let's say they put all that information. You wouldn't know what the tip amount is anyways till after the fact because they might tip you after the ride. Cleaned offices and such. Okay, so the company you worked for, did you ask them to show you all the money they made? Did you tell them, open up your books so I can see all the money you made? I want to know how much this office I'm cleaning, how much you charge them, and you know all that? Did you ask them to do that? Because that's what you would be asking Uber and DoorDash to do. Did you do that? Say, I want to see the books. Open up the books. Show me everything. We should proceed with caution with being yellow. We should proceed with caution being yellow. What do you mean? Yellow alert? We are on yellow alert. What do you mean yellow alert? What's yellow alert? Oh, that I got to pee? Stupid motherfuckers. Yeah. Y'all are dumb. Y'all are dumb. I'm saying I take a trip for $6. At the end, I got $6.50. I'm just saying they hide the 50 cents. Okay, so what? Okay, so the 50 cents is there. Okay, what is still? What does that have to do with anything? Okay, so they show you the full amount. How do you know the 50 cent wasn't? How do you know the 50 cent wasn't sent afterwards? We know they hide the 50 cents. We know that. But okay, so you got an extra 50 cents. So that means if you knew you got the 50 cent, you're gonna accept it faster? If you knew they got 50 cent? But still, why is it any of your business what DoorDash charges? Why do you need to know all the information from the whole order? How much the customer paid in fees? Why is that necessary to you? Why do you need to know all that? And yes, it showed. And yes, he showed me all of it, Roy. I knew exactly what he was paid for the jobs I did and others did. Okay, I shouldn't ask questions like that because we know that everybody's gonna say yes, 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 yes. So I ain't gonna say it. I shouldn't even ask questions like that. I'll just use me for an example. That's like me going to my company and saying, I want to see the books. I want to know exactly how much money there is. Okay, we'll just use me for example. We'll use the average everyday human being. If you work at Walmart, are you going to go and say, I want to see the books. I want to see everything Walmart makes. No, you're not going to do that. If you work at Jack in the Box, are you going to tell Jack in the Box, I'll open up the books so we can see everything that Jack in the Box makes? No, you're not going to do that. You're not going to do that. So why should DoorDash, Uber, Lyft, why should they be expected to do that? Are we supposed to be paid, Roy, if others is not what? Are we supposed to be paid if the other is not there? What? So DoorDash does provide financial statements every year. Okay. But do you need to see it for every order that you take? Do you think DoorDash should show you everything on the order before you take it? Let's say you take an order. We'll use Peach's order. $6. Let's say she took the trip, $6, 2 miles. She took the down, $6, 2 miles. She completes it. She finds out that DoorDash received, let's say, $10 service fee. They didn't make any money on the delivery fee. They zeroed out the delivery fee. What difference does that make? Why would you need to see that? But why? Why would it be nice to see that? Why is it any of your business what DoorDash charges customers? Why is that any of your business? Why do you feel you're entitled to see that? Just basic P&L statements, every public company. What makes you think you're entitled to see that? Not a bad idea, Roy. If you got a bookie and he opens up the books to set the record straight with doing the math, and you got the money that's owed to you with no problem, or they got a problem. But you think about it. Think about it, Gear. You're getting what they offered you the money for. Okay, like I said, they show you the $6.50, but they still show you the $10 service fee and the zero delivery fee. What difference does it make? Because women need details. He's the Jody and Courtney. Yeah, right, bro? Exactly. They'd be like, you can go home. You don't like it? You want to do it? Go home. And if I was entitled, I could say I'm a nosy fucker and that and have to know it, damn it. Yeah, right? But that's what I'm saying. This is the shit we're fighting for. Okay. So you get to see the extra 50 cents now. And let's be honest. This week you didn't see the 50 cents. Did it stop you from taking that order? Or do you feel that there's a possibility if you knew there was an extra 50 cents, you would have took that order? And we already know with shopping orders, and we already know with Uber that they can take away tips. So let's say, okay, let's do it this way. You want to see the whole amount. Let's say Uber says, okay, I'll show you the full amount. This is what they paid. This is what they tipped you. $12 was the order. There was a $6 tip, $6 base pay, $6 tip. You end the ride. Customer takes away the $6, but you saw there was $12. When Uber showed you the order, you saw $12. But when you end the ride, there's only $6 because the customer took away the thing. Then what happens? Then what happens? Do we then accuse Uber of stealing? Then what happens? You still don't know the full price of the ride, right? Because if they can take away the tips, DoorDash doesn't take away the tips, but well, you know Uber does. So you're still not getting full transparency because you don't know if the customer is going to take away the tip. So if they show you $12, you do the order and they only get paid $6 because they took away the $6 tip, then what? Did the full transparency matter in that case? Versus just showing you the $6? Versus showing you the $12? We get to see our money. It's not about stupid 50 cents. We get to see your money for the most part. All right, okay, let's be fucking honest. How often is there that big of a difference between the order, what you get quoted for, and what the difference is? How many times a day do you see a huge discrepancy in the order that you take and the amount of money you get paid? I took the order anyways. Why hide the 50 cents? I'm talking about DoorDash. It was a DoorDash order, and I also didn't see a plus sign either. Even I've never seen a plus sign. Okay, I've seen them hide 25 cents. Yeah, who cares? Okay, they hide 25 cents. It's not like they're hiding like $50. Should they hide the 50 cent? No, because it doesn't serve any purpose to hide the 50 cent. See, anything under 3 miles is $6 no matter what at the end. Is that logically correct? Damn, just splashed on myself. I personally don't take anything less than $2.50 to $3 a mile anyways. So if it doesn't even reach that threshold, I won't even take it. So that's why I don't have a problem taking like a $3 order going a mile. Because to me, that's worth it. I used to, there was a chance of a hidden tip. It was like $6.25. I don't know about that though. Yeah. Oh, nice. Well, I'm just saying. So, okay, so they start show you. Okay, so like I said, nobody's answering my question. Let's say they show you $12 and the customer takes the $6 tip away. Then what? Did the transparency matter? Does the transparency matter? I haven't seen much hidden tips from DoorDash lately. What do you call a one-legged dasher? Are you stupid? Alexa, tell them.
You stupid dude.
What's up, Nick?
What's up, dude? It's not about DoorDash, anyways. It's about all the apps, Uber Eats, Grubhub, right? It's about the transparency. You're right. It's a good order, $6 for 3 miles or 2 miles. But at the end, could be 7, 8, 10, 20, right? So that's the thing, man. If you're multi-apping and you have different apps, when you see a $6 for 3 miles, and you're probably doing an $8 for a mile on Uber Eats, right? And they're sending you a DoorDash, $6 for 3 miles. How do you know that $6 for 3 miles is $6 or $40? You don't know that. You can abandon the Uber and do the DoorDash and make more money in that hour.
But how often do you see those?
They see the 2 miles. Everything under 3 miles, it's hidden tip on DoorDash. And then they show $7 for 4 miles or whatever, like $8 for 5 miles. And even if it's more than that, it's hidden, even at those ranges. Yeah, it matters, man. Imagine how many orders are over there, like daily.
Okay.
We know those dashes.
But like I said, how many times have you seen that large of a discrepancy in your pay? Let's say they showed you the 3 miles for $6. How many times have you clicked on it afterwards and there's been a $20? And who's to say the customer? And who's to say the customer didn't? But who's to say also that the customer didn't add an extra $10 tip or $5 tip? So even if they showed you the full,
it's already there. If they adding after, you get a message. The customer added $5 tip.
Okay.
On DoorDash.
Okay, so
on Uber, it's saying after that too. If they added more than it used to, like let's say they added $8 before, and they want to add another $2, so you get 10. And they're saying they added more than whatever. So It's already there, man. The tip is already there, dude. It's just those apps hiding the tip. That's it. Sometimes, yeah,
Okay,
you're right. The customers adds another $10 after the delivery, but you get a message for that $10. So that's transparent with us, you know.
yeah, okay, but okay, so let's say, like I said, okay, we'll take Uber for example. What happens when Uber sends you a ride? Full transparency, it's $12, right? And the customer takes away the tip. Then what happens? Do you accuse Uber of stealing the money, the $6? What do you say? What do you do then? And did it matter? Did the full transparency at that point matter? Because the customer took away the tip anyways. Like I said, DoorDash, they won't take away your tips, but pay to play. You're exactly right, pay to play. You're exactly right. Is the people doing the apps have ruined the apps. That's why people don't want to tip anymore. We were talking about this earlier. That's why people don't want to fucking tip. Because of fucking garbage. Like Jody. Jody today ordered pizza. Tipped the guy fucking money and everything. The food never even showed up. Her first time. Her first time ordering, and they didn't even deliver the food. This is what ruins it for the customers. And why they don't want to tip. How many times have you figured that people have ordered and they fucking don't even get their food? At what point are they going to stop tipping you?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
You cannot stop the tip baiters, man. Like I heard you what you said about pulling the tip away, rideshare or on Uber Eats. Yeah, you cannot stop that shit, man.
Yeah, but at the same
That's
time,
not what we're like fighting for, and we were never gonna fight for that because those fucking people are probably
why wouldn't you fight for that? Why
some
wouldn't you
nasty
fight?
words
Why wouldn't you fight for that?
for tip baiting because it's their fucking problem. They have to fix that shit. Like how
Well,
many
yeah,
times a
but if you're
driver
not
got deactivated because the
okay,
customer said something about him and he did his job correctly and he got deactivated because
yeah,
they want the food for free. Like how you gonna stop that? The fraud.
but if you
It's
guys
never gonna stop the fraud.
but if you guys are throwing a fit about not being able to see the tips, why are you not throwing a fit that the company's allowing people to take away their tips? Wouldn't that
I
be
mean,
more of an important thing that if you do an order for 12, let's say you get your full transparency, you get your $12 order and the customer takes away their $6 tip. Wouldn't you think it'd be more important to fight for the customer not being able to take away the tip versus seeing the tip that they take away in the first place?
well, that's why I'm doing Grubhub, man. More. They can. I don't think they can take their tip away on Grubhub, and it's transparent. Like Walmart. Walmart is transparent too. Like you can see the full amount. But they can tip bait you on Walmart, so like Uber Eats and DoorDash, they cannot take their tip. I mean, they can, but probably it's like a long process to go through that shit. Yeah, they shouldn't fucking be allowed anyways. Like, but they will do it because they want that fucking Subway sandwich for fucking free. You know why? Because they think they deserve fucking free Uber Eats. Like, they believe they deserve those services for free because people are stupid, man.
Let's see, Metro. Something I heard deactivation on Sparks with the tip baiting and being wrongfully terminated.
Even if somebody is poor, right, and ordering Uber Eats for dinner, right, Roy, then you're gonna fucking pay almost double for that dinner instead of you picking it up. Even if you're not tipping, you're gonna pay double in fees and taxes and everything
But why do
just
you
for
need to see?
using the platform, you know?
But why do you need to see that? Why do you need that transparency?
Why not, dude? When you go to get a job, they will tell you how much you're
I'm
gonna make per
asking you,
hour.
what do you mean? Why not? Why is it any of your business if the customer pays $20 service fee or whatever to get their fucking nachos or whatever the fuck it is.
Oh,
Why
I
is that
don't
any-
care. I don't care how much the customer.
Okay, well that's part of the transparency that
I don't care how
everybody's
much
fighting.
customer is paying, man. It's not our business,
Well, but that's what everybody's fighting for,
right?
transparency. Well, no, that's what everybody's fighting for. They want to see how much. It's like Uber and Lyft. They want to see how much the customer's paying, how much all that shit. That's what the transparency they're fighting for. To know all that information. And why should the why is
Yeah,
that
they want to
necessary?
see the full. Yeah, they want to. I
Why?
don't know.
Why does that matter?
I don't know.
I'll give
I don't
I'll give
fucking
you
know
the
why they really want to.
I'll give you showing you the full pay. I'll give you that. I'll give you that benefit of doubt. But why do you need to see what the customer pays?
Yeah, but all the extras, I don't know. Yeah, they shouldn't disclose to you how much the customer paid.
Latoya, somebody gave me
Who said that?
what?
Who said that we need to know how much the customer is paying?
That,
You know,
that,
that's some fucking
no,
stuff.
that was Rideshare Rodeo, and them are fighting for that transparency stuff. Uh-oh. But yeah, Rideshare Rodeo's up there. He's trying to do the ADA stuff, where he expects DoorDash to tell you when their elevator's broken, or tell you when there's stairs, or
Because
if
they
there's a
should, like any legit business, they should be fucking transparent with everybody. When something shady is happening, they don't want to be transparent. That's why Rideshare Rodeo is fighting for all that extra, and he's doing rideshare. He want to know
okay.
and fucking laugh at how much
So
the customer paid.
so
You know,
you think that it's possible for DoorDash to know what every building in the United States, every sidewalk in the United States, all of that information to give you prior to you taking an order. You expect DoorDash to know that?
what?
Yeah, they're trying to get the ADA involved. That DoorDash doesn't let the Dashers know if there's a building with the elevator out, if they have to do apartment buildings where they're 2-story
Yeah,
apartment buildings.
because a lot of shit happened, dude. Like, imagine how many Dashers are right now, 2025, compared to 2024, and it's more and more, right? So, like, a lot of shit happens, and a lot of shit will be done for those Dashers. Like, more regulations are gonna come, like, soon. So,
But don't you, as an independent contractor, sign up to do a delivery job? Isn't it common sense to you that you're going to be delivering to apartment buildings?
it
You're going
is
to be
common sense for the customer to give you some good instructions, right? You can put in the app as a customer some good instructions. How many customers are giving you instructions? 5%?
okay, but
Maybe not even.
you can't force the customer to tell you if the elevator's out. You can't force the customer to tell you that.
Oh yeah, they can put it over there. Like every time when they're ordering food,
Oh
they
yes,
can
they
add.
could put it there, but they don't. How many times you go to apartment complexes and you don't have a gate code?
Yeah, how many times they don't put their letter of their apartment in there or some shit like that? Yeah, you have to call them. Hey man.
Yeah, exactly. So, but you expect that. But you expect DoorDash to know that. You expect DoorDash to give you the
Nah.
gate code to every apartment complex.
Oh, look
every
at this,
apartment
Roy.
complex, all that.
I'll say this. I'll say this, Roy, right, real quick, real quick. So Grubhub is giving you. You got the Amazon Flex key. You know the Amazon driver. They got the Flex key. They can go into the building, and you open the door for you. That shit is in the app, in the Grubhub, right? You're just pressing a button. The front door is opening for you, and you get in. That's how everything should be like that, right?
Uh-huh. Well, I guess I don't know. Should
How
it
many
be?
times their shit got stolen from the front door? You know, that's what they're trying to stop. You see all those homeless people sitting on the side of the road, watching us dropping fucking $100 worth of food at the front door of a building. So
Would you like to know if the customer lives upstairs with or without an elevator, especially if you ordered 4 40-pack of waters? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I signed up to do the job. What difference does it make? You signed up to do the deliveries. So if you have to go up fucking 2 flights of stairs with 4 packs of water, you signed up for that.
Yeah, I like when Uber Eats or any other app lets you know if the customer is deaf or they got something like wheelchair. You know, it's good to know, man, those things, I guess. As a dasher, as a delivery driver, you're the middleman, man. The more information you get, better for you. I know sometimes it's like fucking crazy. They're writing 2 pages of information, like useless, you know, like, but yeah. What's the problem? They're giving information, or people they don't understand the information they're provided to them, like,
Well,
you know?
they're trying to get the ADA involved because they expect DoorDash to tell you all that information, and they're not required to.
I know.
The ADA does not protect independent contractors.
Maybe they will.
Well, they will, but then you guys will complain
Why they're getting involved? Why they're getting involved? It's a new thing.
because people are bringing them into it to get them involved.
Yeah,
That's
more complaints, more
that's why-
people are getting involved, Roy.
And that's why I said why are we fighting against wanting the government involved, but yet you're bringing the government into it. What
Yeah.
and that's why I said why are we only looking when it benefits us to get the government involved, and if it doesn't benefit us, we don't want the government involved. Which one is it? You either don't want the government involved or you want the government involved. That's why I said that.
Yeah, I mean,
And then if you start bringing that,
how the government could be, you know, could do something bad for us, you know? Like, I don't think so.
okay, then don't take orders that have water on them, Peach. Okay, you can see the order, you can see what's on it, right? If you see 4 packs of water, don't pick up the thing with the water. Like I said, it would be impossible for DoorDash to know every apartment complex in the United States, how many floors there are on that fucking apartment, all that shit. That would be impossible. Not to mention they don't even have to do it. And then you guys complain that you don't make money now. What would you think would be the reason why your base pay goes down to 50 fucking cents? Because DoorDash says, well, we got to invest money on locating all these buildings, knowing exactly this, knowing everything. Then you're going to be down to 50-cent base pay, and you're going to be fucking whining. Because DoorDash is taking money to have to figure out all this information so you could be advised that you have to walk upstairs on a delivery job that you chose to do.
Yeah, dude. I don't know. I'm telling you, man, gig workers are always be complaining about all the bullshit, and then the changes will come to them, and they're like, "Oh, they're changing this." Like, yeah, dude, you were like bitching about that shit for a year. Like, what do you expect to not fucking change that shit?
See,
That's the problem.
See, and this is what I'm talking about. I don't mind taking an order with water if it's $60. So as long as it's what you want, you'll take it. But if it's not what you want, you won't take it. See, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. You'll take it if it's $60, but you won't take it if it's $20. That's fucking ridiculous. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
Are you breaking your back for $4? Are you breaking your back for 35?
That's crazy. No, I've lost spark.
It's real life.
But like I said, look, see, they're going to have robots doing it soon anyhow. I would have passed on it regardless of the money if I'd known I had to take it upstairs. Wow. So in other words, this goes back to the whole, how should I say this? So this goes back to the whole entitlement thing. Oh, because I don't want to walk upstairs, I expect, come on, man. See, that's what I'm saying. The whole entitlement thing with you fucking DoorDash drivers. I swear to God. It's all an entitlement thing. It's all about entitlement. It's all entitlement.
Then why I think it's so fucking, those people are so different from like regular W2ers, you know, requiring all these extra steps, like, you know.
Why are they? Because they feel fucking entitled, bro. I swear to God, I think it's because they feel fucking entitled. They think that they're the fucking boss and they got to know everything in order to do anything. Like, I signed up to do a delivery job, but I got to have every fucking piece of information about the delivery, or I just don't want to do it. Like, come on.
Yeah.
And if that's the case, what's going to happen when you guys keep pushing these apps to the point where they decide to just say fuck it and they want to make you employees? Then what happens? Because if they got to do everything,
Yeah, man. The next step is just replacing us.
If they got to do all that bullshit to pretty much feed you like an employee, what happens when they choose to say, you know what, maybe we'll make them employees? We'll do the same. We'll do the same employment regulations. Then let's say
I don't think they want to do that shit. I think they want to get rid of us and just do their drones.
But at one
What do you
point,
think about that?
At one point, are we going to say enough's enough, pushing them to the point where they just say fuck it and we'll make you employees? And
Man, they don't afford to make us employees. You don't get it. They don't afford.
Sure. Why
us
couldn't they make it? Why couldn't they make you? Why couldn't they make you? Why couldn't they make you an employee?
How many dashers are out there?
Why
Do the math.
Why couldn't they make you an employee?
Do the math. $20 an hour for everybody.
Not
For a
$20
year.
an hour. Not $20 an hour. They would have to go by state minimum wage. So let's say your state minimum wage is $7.25.
Oh shit, you're fucked. Then you're
You see what
fucked.
I'm saying?
You move into other state.
There you go. So what's going to happen? You continue to push them and push them and push them. What at some point they just decide, fuck it. If we got to give them all this information like an employee, for the most part being forced to treat them like an employee, let's just make them an employee. Then what happens?
Then you better fucking did good, right choices in your life and don't have to depend doing that shit. If that's the case. You gotta fucking use these, like, I'd say it, like Page was saying, like a stepping stone, man.
California
You're doing this, making money, then you're getting out. If you need money, you're coming back.
Cheap labor, on call for free, drivers wait all day for free. That is the problem. That's what you signed up for, though, right? That's what you signed up for. You can't complain when you signed up for it. Y'all been doing it long enough now to know what to expect, but yet we still aren't happy. And we still want to do this. Like I said, what's going to happen when they say, fuck it, you're employees now? We're going to give you the minimum amount of state required hours. You're not going to get insurance. You're not going to get none of this shit. Then what? You know? Oh, I'm not saying you're complaining.
Nah, man. It's because they're structured like that, man. To not make us employees, because that's how they're flexible in cutting the costs.
Let's do it this way. What if because everybody keeps complaining about transparency. What if they make it to where you automatically make $13 an hour? Let's say earned by time is $13.75. They make it $13.75 an hour. If you get any tips, you get tips. If you don't, you don't. What if they made everybody an earn by time driver?
Sure.
Then what?
Sure.
See what
Then
I'm
it's
saying?
a
You're going to
fair level game, I guess. At that point, like
exactly.
they cannot do it because how many states are?
What do you mean they
Every
can't do
state is different. They
Well,
cannot do it like everybody $13 an hour. If it's gonna be different, like you said, somebody will be 7, somebody will get 10,
it?
20.
So what if
You
they
know,
did that? What if they did that around the United States? Said fuck it, everybody is now an earn by time driver. Then what?
they got that. You can choose to do it by time
Well,
right
you
now.
can, but see, that's the difference. You can choose it. What if they said that there's no longer a choice?
Oh, then I guess you gotta do it if it's no
You
choice.
know what I'm saying? And that's what's going to happen is because they keep getting pushed and pushed and pushed. At one point, do you think they're just going to get tired? And they're already tired of you fucking rideshare drivers bitching and complaining.
That's how it's in California already. Earn by time with no choice. It's already happening.
Well, it's got Prop 22.
It's earned by time with no choice. You'll get earned by time no matter what, right?
Is it earned by time? No choice? I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't.
Yeah,
How do you figure?
I mean, you're still gonna see like $8 for 2 miles, I guess. You know,
No, you get
but
you get a certain amount on.
yeah, if you're not doing your $21, if you're doing a $2 for 30 miles in an hour, you're not gonna get $2. You're gonna get $20. You know, you're gonna give you the minimum or whatever. It's 21.
But it only applies to your engaged hours,
Yeah, active.
your active hours. So you could be out there for
Yeah.
10 hours.
Yeah, they will never gonna pay us earn by time, and when we're not busy or just sitting in the parking lot, they're not gonna pay us. Imagine how many people are just gonna be outside in the parking lots running 3 apps just to getting paid. You know, that's why DoorDash will never do that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? People will take crazy advantage of that. 3 phones, 3 DoorDash accounts, like making 500 a day on each, just sitting around doing nothing. That's what they're paying you per activity. It's not even per hour. Earning per like activity, they should call it.
Yeah. Look, I kicked myself off the stage, and my internet wanted to be starting to act stupid. They're not.
No, you're good now.
I don't know what the fuck's going on. I'm gonna call T-Mobile tomorrow and say, "Hey, bitches, what's up with the fucking internet?" But I'm just saying, how far are we pushing this shit? You already got them to where now they're like, we'll just get the do-it-yourself cars, man. They're already driving around Vegas like crazy.
I don't know, bro. How much I'm not pushing shit. You're not pushing shit. You're not in the
No, I'm
street.
not. No, I'm
Fucking me, I'm not in the street. Steve is not on the street. Fucking trying to get people to listen to whatever he gotta say. Nobody's on the street. Everybody's talking good stuff, but that doesn't mean shit. You know that. I mean, it's all talk. Like,
not. Okay, let's bring up the Pedro.
let's bring people. We got 30 people watching us, right? Let's get those fucking 30 people and move something.
No, I don't got 30 people. I only got 7. I only got 17.
All right, come on, guys.
Let's do the Pedro thing then. Let's talk about the Pedro thing. Why do you think that no DoorDash drivers can all be on the same page? Why do you think?
Oh, because everybody work differently. They got different work ethic, you know,
Yeah.
and style. And some people are doing just DoorDash. Some people are doing other apps too. Like and everybody thinks differently, man. You don't like going to Burger King. I like going to Burger King. You know, I mean,
Yeah.
I don't like the staff over there. You like it, you know. It's like it's like humans. Like, why everybody's not the same? It's Pedro's stupid fucking question. Like, why we're not the same? Like, why me and you, Roy, are not the same? We're thinking so differently sometimes, you know. Like, that's why.
I saw Dennis timed her out. What do you want me to do? There's nothing I can do. his channel. If he times you out, then he times you out. I don't.
Pedro is just looking for a controversy, man. He's just asking stupid questions. Like, if you ask 100 DoorDash, it's like asking people, "Hey, man, what do you think making America great again is?" 100 people, and they'll give you like different answers, all of them. Like, tell me 3 things that you're gonna like to be changed, and everybody's like, "I want to change that shit." Like, nobody's gonna be on the same page. That's why you're asking, right? It's the same thing with DoorDashers.
And what is your thing about people not tipping? Do you think it's because they feel that the service fee and the delivery fee goes to the driver? That's their reason for not tipping?
Maybe some believe we are already working for DoorDash and getting paid. That's why they don't tip us. Like, I mean, they know, man. Those people that are not tipping, they know. Like, they know what's up, and they just don't want to tip because everybody's in different situations, man. You know, like they're even poor. They got no money, or they're not tipping in. They never tip in their life. Like, why would they change it right now for a fucking somebody that they don't know? Like, you know. Yeah, it's just some people are believing in tip because it's good, man. It's something good. It's like you're offering a service and it's the reward, you know. How good was your service? And some people will argue with me. Some people will say, I want the tip before the order. Some people will say, I'll want the tip after the service because that's how I'm doing my service and I can get more money like that, you know. I'm like, okay. So I believe it should be somewhere in the middle, you know. That's why they're hiding it. No, and plus a lot of those people that are not tipping is just they just like want their fucking food for free, you know. Rating you low, like yeah, you didn't got my food. And DoorDash like a
Yeah.
savior is gonna be okay. We're gonna give you the money back, and tomorrow you have another day of DoorDash. You can get free food.
Companies
How
have
many times that works? I don't know.
companies have lowered the suggested tip. Really? Have they? Damn.
And it's stupid when you open the app and you want to add a tip on DoorDash, right? It says $2, $3, and $5 or some shit like that. And a lot of people are just, you know, not going to do a custom tip. Like
Yeah.
doing a custom tip requires 3 fucking extra steps instead of adding $2, which is in front of your fingertips and it's right there. Adding $2 or $3. You know what I mean?
Well, do you think that should change? Do you think they should be?
Yeah, they should be put probably
Percentage?
percentage wise will be better. Like 15, 20, and 25, I will say. Or 10, 15, and 20. I don't know. But yeah. And then custom too, like, you know.
But see, that's the problem when you work for other people, right?
Yes, they don't want to fucking put percentage because if they're ordering $100, then it's like, you know, it's a $20 tip on it, you know.
Yeah.
They want to order $100 with an $8 tip on it.
But why? Why would they? Why do you think they would lower the suggested tip? Why? Get more people to order?
Yes,
But if the customer doesn't want a tip, it doesn't make a difference.
better for them. If it's more people to order, it's how they make more money. They don't care about the driver. Like, they never will care about the driver. That's why they would never make us employees. They like how much
you know how
savings they're just doing, not paying benefits to one. You know, imagine how many dashers are out there. Like, fuck. And all that money that they're saving, guess what they're doing with it? Ads, hiring more people, getting rid of fucking stupid people, hiring more people, and customers, hiring and on the platform and hooking up people. Like how many DoorDash ads everybody gets or Uber Eats? It's like crazy, you know.
What about what if they start putting instead of having to do the 3 steps to get in there and put a $0 tip? What if they put that on the screen right away? What then?
A zero on the screen?
Yeah, you just hit 0. You don't have to go through all those extra steps.
That will fucking be dumb to fucking put it on the screen for DoorDash for us. If you don't select nothing, I think it's 0 already. Like if you just skip it or not selecting $2 or whatever, I think it goes to 0. You don't even have to go to 3 steps. You just next, and your order is ready. Dude, like it's fucking food delivery, man, and rideshare. You know it's based on the tip. You know that.
I think it's more of a society thing, dude, where people think they're entitled nowadays.
Yeah, you did rideshare. You did rideshare a lot, right? So you were depending on the tips, dude. Correct? Yeah, it's like half of your money.
But a lot of times the tips were added afterwards too. So
because that's how that shit works. Yeah. Same on Uber. Like you gotta wait an hour. They can change their mind. Like that's stupid with the tip baiting shit. They only should be allowed to make the tip higher, not lower.
Yeah. But I think a lot of it has to do with entitlements nowadays, dude. I think a lot of the non-tipping is entitlement shit.
Hey, Roy, you're not going at the bar and tip the fucking bartender like $5 and then you go back in 10 minutes and ask her $2 back because.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying. I think a lot of it is entitlement nowadays. Like they feel they don't have to show respect. They feel that mommy and daddy have raised them, or mommy have raised them, to assume that they deserve everything and anything. What's up, Cherry?
What's up, guys? Can you hear me? I'm on a bad microphone.
Yes, we can hear you. They can hear you. And
listen, Roy. Yeah. Well, that's why I'll make it lower.
I'm just playing with you, dude. Calm your tits.
Don't be sarcastic. Listen. The reason why they lowered the suggested tip was because they raised the fees. So if you, me, and Necro every Wednesday order the same lunch, and you know how they have the resend button? Uh-huh. Every Wednesday we all order the same Chipotle, and it's already saved in my phone. You want extra beans. Necro wants extra cheese. And it's a price. We don't look at the details. We know that the price is that same price. So what they did was about 1.5 years ago, they started to lower the suggested tip and raise the fees. So when you and I would look at the price, it was the same price, but they used to give a $12 tip. Now they're only giving a $6 tip. That's what DoorDash and Uber did about 1.5 years ago. Both of them did it at the same time.
Wow. That makes sense. I didn't know
That's one of the reasons they lowered it. The other thing is, Roy, is when you and your wife look at your monthly bill, sit down and eat breakfast, and you're looking over the credit card bill, and you realize that you spent so much money on Uber or Grubhub or DoorDash or Instacart. They want to see the money to be lower, and the best way to do that is to take it away from us. So they're actually discouraging the customer from tipping good. Now, everybody thought that everybody was so generous during COVID. No, they went to open tips during COVID. DoorDash did, Uber Eats did, where it was a percentage, it was open, it wasn't $3 suggested, it was 20% suggested. It was a percentage. Then after everybody got used to it, then they made that percentage if it was $100 or more. Now it's fucking a fight. When it's $99, it's a fucking $3 suggested tip. Unless somebody like Necro said, unless you go in and customize it, they're making it so the customers tip less. Because the customer wants an affordable product. Otherwise, they're not going to order. And DoorDash and Uber and all these shit fuck companies want it to be affordable. So they're going to take the extra $3 out of Necro's pocket, your pocket, my pocket. That's how they're going to accomplish it. That's just my opinion. Does that sound normal?
Well, it sounds like a good opinion.
It's what I think.
I think
It's part of it. It's part of it. Now, the other thing is that when these people are getting their food with a fucking $3 tip, forget about no tippers. $4 tip when it's fucking $4 for gas or $3 for gas, and they get their food hot and on time, then that's an issue too. These people used to in the past remember the pictures of everybody having their food. Oh, you $3 tippers, your shit's going to sit at McDonald's. And everybody took the pictures and made fun of it. Or the Chipotle where they threw out all that shit because the people only tip $3. Now the people get the shit in 15 minutes when they tip fucking $3. Because DoorDash has degraded you as a driver, as a human being, to fucking sit and take a fucking $5 and $6 order like a dumbass. When it used to be minimum $7.50. There was no fucking way anybody that has any self-respect would turn the fucking knob, turn the car on for $5. Now they're sitting there on YouTube bragging about doing it all night, Necro. You and Serve sucking cock all night. Fucking like for $6 and $4. You guys are adults. You're adults. That's what you give your fucking kid. Like here's a little fucking go buy a candy bar. That's what you guys are using your car for, and using car insurance, and you're adults for $6. You son of a bitch. You dumbass fucking loser. Low life delivery driver.
So you're mad because we're doing it for a $6 and you were doing it for a $7.50 before. I get it. It's $1.50.
It's not that I'm mad. It's that you made it for somebody that only is driving a car at night. The car I drive at night only gets 22 miles to the gallon, and it literally makes it not profitable to do what you guys do.
Yes,
how's that? I can't do it. I can't. It's not worth it for the $2 after gas and expenses to drive around all night with my dick in my hand.
22 fucking miles. What the fuck? At least I'm getting 30.
Jackie. I did the ultrasound. They did find a blood clot behind my knee on my right leg. That's why I was swelling up, and now I'm on my medicine. So we'll see how it goes from there.
So what do you want, Cherry? To do nothing and fucking be on the street somewhere, laying around, and fucking somebody beating us while we're fucking laying down on the fucking street?
No, dude, I'm selling heroin. Fuck y'all. I'm gonna start selling heroin.
Give me the plug, man. Give me the plug.
Hey, if you live by if you live where Serve is, just follow Serve and then act over.
No, but seriously, when I first got into this, I was happy because it was the system where everybody, they were manipulating the tips. I was happy to make $20 an hour. It wasn't a big deal. I had no expectations. But then once I had expectations, and everything got really, really good, it's okay. Now, I have no intention of being out there doing this shit if I'm only going to make $20 an hour. It's just not worth my time.
Okay,
maybe I wouldn't fucking need to take those fucking $5 and $6 if I still had the fucking legs, man.
I have a question for you.
Oh, it's my fault. It's my fault, Necro. Okay.
If the people were so generous during COVID time, what made them all of a sudden change their mind?
Part of it is the reason, Roy, that I consider myself a very good driver. whether I fucking am respectful, whether I mumble, whether I do whatever, but I make sure that the people get the right food. It's hot, it's cold if it's supposed to be cold. I'm respectful. I fucking do what I'm supposed to do. And when you replace me, who expects a certain amount of money, I expect an average of back not too long ago, even a year ago, of at least $10 a delivery on DoorDash. They now expect it to be an average of $6. That's $4 a delivery difference. You're getting a low life piece of crap person who may not even be just a scumbag. They just may be a 19-year-old kid that doesn't know. You also have people that, I mean, if you're willing to take low orders all day, there's an issue. You have a problem. Maybe you're a drug addict. Maybe you're just a loser. Maybe you're whatever. Then you're going to be grumpy. You're going to throw that fucking bag up against the wall when you know you're only getting $5. You're going to fucking not care about the food. And therefore, the guy that used to tip $10 is going to end up tipping fucking $3 because the fucking delivery driver that used to bring their food and take care of their order at least a little bit is now replaced because the reward for that $8 tip goes to the top dasher or the platinum dasher, who's nothing but a dumbass that'll take anything. Doesn't make you a good driver to take shitty orders all day. The good drivers don't get rewarded, they get punished. So that's part of it too.
Okay, can you guys control yourselves while I go do something real quick?
Necro, show us your dick.
Dude, don't even go there with me. I'll be right back. I gotta take care of something. Behave yourselves.
What do you think he's going to do, Necro?
You want to know what I'm gonna do? I gotta go check the mail for my mom. I gotta make sure everything's fine.
I got in trouble the other day because on my live, I took out the garbage and I mopped my floor. This guy's checking the mail. You there, Necro? Necro's mad at me. He's like, Cherry, you called me a scumbag. Oh, they changed the layout of StreamYard, y'all, so I can't see the chat. Hey, let me say hi to the chat. What's up, y'all? Give a thumbs up for Roy. What's up, everybody? I had a rough gig app day. Well, actually, I did. Y'all want to know? I did a catering order this morning, well, lunchtime, at the restaurant that I asked my ex-wife to marry me at. And I dropped it off, not at the same car lot, but I dropped it off at the same dealer name, different location, where I bought my first brand new car in 1986, 1985, something like that. So it was really weird, man. It's like, what kind of fucking bizarre shit is that? Dude, y'all left me up here, man. You stranded me. All right, everybody's gone. Now I'll take over this here shit. Jerry's back. I took over. Necro, you're out. Roy, you're out. Real talk with Jerry. Give me some fucking Mountain Dew. Jack, what? Yeah, hey, Monster, what's that code for? Look at the Monster's like, hey, man, that's code for song. Checking the mail. You got mail? You got mail, Latoya? No, I'm not back, you little fucking stalker, Saturn Clark. Oh, he changed his name back to Clark. God help us all. Now you can't pick on him and call him Clark anymore. Now he's Clark. Son of a bitch. But that's it, y'all. I had one of them days. And DoorDash sucked. Y'all want to talk about DoorDash sucking? I made fucking $7.50 for dinner tonight. I did one order. I gave up. I went shopping. And then I got like a 750, like I was on the way back home towards my house. So I was like, fuck it, man. Let me just take this shit.
Check it out.
But yeah, Necro, did you see I was in Dennis's today and he timed me out? Or he hid
Yeah.
me?
That
Yeah.
Necro's not in here. What are you talking about? He left.
Necro left. He got a bad signal.
Okay. What did he time you out for?
Because he said he wasn't. Well, I hadn't been anywhere in months, and I figured I'd go in there and troll him. So I said that he was a loser. He was ugly. He looked like Scottie Pippen's illegitimate kid. That he was complaining about the FedEx boxes being too heavy, and that he wasn't going to carry him because he couldn't. I'm like, I thought you were an athlete. I thought you were a basketball player. You're a big dude. You can't carry a box. And then he's like, well, you guys think I'm going to quit FedEx. You have another thing coming. And I was like, dude, you clickbaited us. That's what the fucking title is. I'm quitting fucking my job. I quit. And then I said, you're a loser. You're a piece of shit. And you're just trying to beg for money. You're nothing but an e-beggar. And then finally he said, I'm not reading the chat. So I don't know what you guys are saying, but he was reading it. You can see I was pissing him off. And next thing you know, it says, the owner of this channel has fucking got you. I just went in there and ripped him a new asshole until he kicked me out. Fuck that asshole.
Wow.
He's such a clickbait. He does a thing saying, I quit. And then he's saying, oh, you think I'm going to quit? Why are you guys discouraging me? It's the fucking thumbnail, asshole. The fuck, Dennis, you fucking retard.
Do you think he's gonna quit though?
Yeah, he said he's going to give it 6 months. There's some pay bonus after 6 months. Then he said he's going to quit. But he's in there complaining, Roy, saying for every $100 I make, they take $10 in taxes. I'm not doing that. I've never heard of that before. I was like, dude, you've never had a real job before? You didn't know they take taxes out?
Oh, hell yeah.
He's only been a gig worker his whole life. I mean, he didn't realize they take out taxes, and he's such a low income person. He's going to get a tax return. You'll get a bunch of it back.
Yeah. For the most part.
It ain't like, he ain't fucking making money where they're going to take taxes from. He'll get it all back.
No.
Or most of it.
Probably most of it.
Yeah. And then he starts saying, I'm not working, dropping off packages all day, driving around the truck so I can pay for people's food stamps. I was like, dude, you're fucking making like fucking how much money would you be contributing to somebody's food stamps? You fucking $10 an hour, whatever the fuck they're paying you. But he was just going off, dude. I was just like, what a dumbass. I know he plays clown. He gets up there, makes a fool of himself, and hopes he gets a super chat. I know that's what he does. But it's like to listen to it, it's just overwhelming to me. It's like, what an asshole. So I listened for a while.
I started to watch it. I fell asleep.
Dude, he's boring as shit. Yeah.
Because I'm just not used to this medicine, this blood thinner. It kind of fucks me up.
Right. Well, it should thin your blood. It should make your dick better, man.
Never had a problem with my dong in the first place, dude. Calm down.
Okay. Well, I don't know.
Jesus Christ.
I didn't know you had a blood clot there too.
I don't.
You should check. Check for me, Roy.
Yeah, go get an ultrasound. Yeah.
Get an ultrasound. Check for a blood clot.
I don't even know how I got it, dude.
Dude, I'm telling you, I was putting it in the chat the other day. When you're sitting a lot, like sitting at a desk or sitting in a car or whatever, and I know you think you walk around all day, and you do stand a lot at work, but you're not really moving. I don't know. I think it's more common than what you realize. People get blood clots in their legs.
Yeah, but not really.
But you don't have any problem, right? Does it hurt?
It did hurt. That's why I had to go to the doctor in the first place. So my shit was
Right. I mean, hurt,
not now.
or was it uncomfortable?
No, it was swelled up and it was painful.
Right. So did you go ask Serb? Did you go over to Tracy's and ask Serb, since he's a doctor, he's an accountant, he's a fucking tax attorney, he's a fucking lawyer, he's a policeman, he's a fireman, he's a paramedic?
No, I went to my doctor's and told her all the symptoms that I had, and she went and did an ultrasound, or got the ultrasound, and that's where they found it. I knew it had to be a blood clot anyway, because from the last time I had one. So when I was homeless.
Yeah. Dude, maybe you're just a blood clot type of guy.
Well, it was 5 years ago.
Right. Well, let me ask you this. Do you take blood thinner already? Because you take high blood pressure pills, right? So they give you blood thinner too?
No, I was where I went to the hospital with the first time because I couldn't breathe. And they took care of that, and they put me on blood thinners for about 3 months. And then I haven't been on a blood thinner since. So, I'm trying not. I don't want to be on it my whole fucking life. Fuck that. That shit ain't cheap.
Oh, hell no. Yeah, but dude, like right now, I'm not taking any prescription medicine, but I still take like the baby aspirin. Well, really, I just take a regular aspirin. I'm paying for the baby aspirin.
I take my high blood pressure medicine. I take a statin, and now I'm on the blood thinner medicine.
Right.
Been old.
Dude, so Maddie had her baby?
I don't know.
She did a post where she says, well, I'm going to have the baby now or something. It was like the before.
I haven't seen.
I think so, yeah.
I'll have to text her.
She got mad at me. She says she feels something wrong.
What?
She got mad because I did the fucking short about the milk.
Bro.
She said, I feel stalked or I feel something like that. She's full of shit. She went to sleep that night saying, Jamie, talk like you're an old man that chain smokes and smells like fucking delivery food. He got me so excited.
I'll text her later, see what happened. All right.
She did the other day. She posted something saying like I'm on my way, or I think that's what she did. And she posted, she does like the pic. She's so proud that she looks so pretty when she's pregnant. She did the
I didn't see all that.
shit in the mirror.
Was it on her Instagram?
No, I don't have Instagram. It was on her YouTube channel.
Oh wow, I didn't see that. What?
Yeah, dude.
Okay. All right, well, I'm
on
going to end
Instagram.
this. I've been on here for a long time.
All right. But to answer your question, dude, what do gig workers want?
Yeah. What do they want?
They want absolutely nothing. They want to be complacent. They want to do the same job and expect the same amount of money as they got or more. And being a rideshare driver, that in the beginning, they need an army. They need a crew in every city in America, and they give you little extra perks. And as they build their crew, they give you less and less. You're not going to make more, even if the economy warrants you making more money to live, you're not going to get what you want. So what they want is to fucking do the same stupid mundane task and make the same amount of money or more, when these companies need to start figuring out how to make a profit and fucking take every inch and every penny off of you. And it's a stalemate that you can't win as a driver because it's not your company. Go fucking somewhere else. They're going to get somebody that'll do it for what they want to pay. And if you can't survive or don't like it or don't have the ego and you can't suck it up like me, then go do something else. And they have a waiting list in cities of all these apps, of the, you know, people are like, hey, can you get me on Meals Now? I say, yeah, give them the information. And they're like, oh, it says there's a fucking waiting list. I'm like, right, a waiting list for a company that the other day I drove 16 miles and they gave me an $8 base pay.
Oh,
And
wow.
there's people waiting to do that. 50 cents a mile. Now I got a tip, but that's not what I'm being paid. That's the tip.
Yeah.
And there's people waiting to do those shitty jobs. So if they're waiting to do it, why should they give me anything? They should give me $2, like DoorDash and Uber Eats. Give me my $2 plus tip. That's all we're giving you because we have other people that are dumb enough to do this.
No.
So that's what I think. I think that the people that you see, and there's different people, Roy. I think that there's very little full-time gig workers anymore. It's everybody doing part-time work. That the people we see on YouTube are a bunch of dumbasses that haven't moved on yet. They need to move on and get a real job or figure out something. You know, it's coming to an end. And yes, I can make good money some days. And Serve makes good money and the catering is good money, but that's all it is. And it's a lot less than it used to be. I'm still making good money, but it's less. Like I told you last week, dude. I used to do these orders. I used to get like $150. Now I'm getting like fucking $110. It's not that the customer's tipping less. It's that the company says, oh, what the fuck, man? He's getting all this money. We're not going to give him any money more. I did $4 base pay, $112, and it was only a $4 base pay.
Wow.
And that same exact order from that same exact customer, I used to get $20 base pay, $25 base pay. So, dude, it's basically going to be what Uber and DoorDash is doing. They don't give a fuck how much the tip is, how many miles it is. It's going to be $2 plus tip. If you don't like it, someone else will do it.
I don't think they're ever going to become profitable. I don't see it. I don't see it.
Well, it's debatable on what's profitable.
Yeah. I don't
You know.
I don't think never actually making large amounts of money because they give away probably more money, you know, with free orders and all that other shit.
Right, but dude, remember the percentage of the food. So if it's a $200 order, they're getting 15 to 30% commission on that food with a lot of these places. So that's the extra money. We're not just looking at the money that they're getting from the customer. It's what they're getting from the restaurant.
Yeah, but how much money are they having to give to replace order? You know, motherfuckers stealing food and shit. How much you think they lose in that?
I don't know.
Doing refunds and shit.
You know, they've never disclosed. Do they have insurance for that?
Interesting, right?
Think about that, Roy. If they just keep track of it, and every quarter they go to their insurance company and say, "Hey, man, we had this much shit missing or this much stuff damaged," and they get the money back. Who knows?
Yeah,
or is it a tax write-off? Is it a tax write-off? Who the fuck knows?
It's probably a tax write-off. They probably write it off as a loss.
Right. So, I mean, who knows?
Yeah, it's kind of crazy, dude. Kind of crazy. I don't know, but
I don't know either, dude.
but
But anyways, I just came up here. I was driving and fucking around. I wasn't gonna come up here because you can't talk about disabled people, Roy, and then try to get me to come up here. I'm gonna get canceled again.
oh, the ADA thing. Well, that's not me. That's them trying to get them involved in that shit, dude. And I don't. It clearly states independent contractors don't fall for those
Correct.
protections.
Well, dude, listen. When you apply for a job, it's obvious if you can do the job or not, right? You know, like some, it doesn't matter if you're legally designated as being handicapped or not. If your job warrants that you have to walk all day and you can't stand on your feet because you're disabled or you have something, then you shouldn't be doing that job. It's the same difference. If you're disabled, and no offense to anybody, but if you're disabled, you shouldn't be shopping or you shouldn't be delivering food to the point if you can't do the job physically. If you can't go up those 2 flight of stairs with those people's groceries, then you shouldn't be delivering, because you know that some of the orders may warrant you doing.
That's kind of like how I figured it. Like, you signed up for
Like
it.
when you go to apply for a job, you ever seen like in the details, it'll say must be able to lift 50 pounds. So obviously they're telling you, hey, if you can't lift 50 pounds, don't come around here, man. We don't want you. And why would you get hired for something that you're not capable of doing, or it's difficult? Why don't you get something that's more in your realm? I mean, it just doesn't make sense.
Well, I'm not going to sit there and say that they can't, you know, they can't, not everybody with the ability can do DoorDash, but to sit there and expect the company to know every fucking 2-story apartment, every elevator that's not working, that to me just makes no sense.
Hey, Roy, you and me are sitting around, hey, man, let's order some chicken wings. And we look out the window, and there's a van. And the van opens the back, and that little fucking thing comes down, and a fucking old guy comes out in a wheelchair, and he lowers himself, and then he has to wheel himself up to your door. It would take a half hour from the time he pulled up to your house that he could get his fucking ass out of the wheelchair and down and up your fucking stoop. Jesus Christ, man. I mean, come on. And I'll be honest with you, there used to be an old lady that did delivery. She used to do Delivery Dudes, which was ASAP. And I watched her deliver, and she limped, and she was all fucked up. She wasn't disabled, but she was just large and old. And she used to drive with her dog. And the place used to walk the food to her. They felt sorry for her. And then they would be like, how the fuck does this lady drop this food off? But she couldn't even walk the order to her car, where the to-go people would always help her. And I even helped her one day. That's how I knew that she had a dog. I helped her with pizza, Roy, and the dog jumped. I put the pizza on the front seat. All of a sudden, this dog jumped on the pizza box. And she's like, oh, isn't that cute? And I'm like, God damn. No, it's not cute. It's not cute at all.
That's crazy. Yeah, but I don't get it, man. I don't know. I don't have a problem with disability, people with disabilities. I'm just saying, hey,
hold on a second. Hey, Dennis, you timed me out today. I gave you my attention and trolled you today like the king troll of all GigTube, and you timed me out, you pussy. Didn't see you in there. You are ugly motherfucker, dude. Your big long face like a horse. You look like a fucking horse I used to ride when I was a kid.
All right, calm down. Oh, man.
I didn't know he was in here.
No,
pussy.
He just came in.
I thought you were an athlete. Did I actually hear you say today that the box was too heavy for you? The baby can't pick up the box. I thought you were a fucking big basketball player. You can't pick up a box? Jesus Christ, there's little 5'2" girls that work for FedEx that pick up boxes. You're too good to pick it up? Uh-huh. The fuck, dude?
Why doesn't anyone understand it's all AI running these apps? No one cares. There isn't a human we can complain to support. Needs to read a damn script. Yeah. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see. I'll be watching more rodeo. Oh shit! Hold on a second.
Hey, Dennis, dude. You drive a FedEx truck. You moved back to North Carolina because your fucking girlfriend stopped paying your rent. You've never had a successful week in your life in anything. I am fucking better than you. I have a fucking better sex life than you. I can gamble better than you. I have a better life. And let me ask you a question. Your dream is to have a pool house? I bet you $100 that your black ass can't fucking swim. I thought black people can't swim. Are you telling me you can swim? What are you going to do with a pool, dude? You're going to take swimming lessons before you get that pool.
Yo, how somebody on a wheelchair can go up the stairs?
And
they can't.
All right.
Dude, Necro, could you imagine the guys are like fucking in a wheelchair? That's what I was telling Roy. And you got
Like, imagine
they got
somebody
the
orders 20 fucking water cases, third floor, and they have just theirs. How you deal with that?
Carry him upstairs.
I'm
That's what
just
you
asking a normal question.
carry
Oh,
a
here's
dog.
Serb. Serb's the accountant. He's the doctor. He's the lawyer. Hey, can you check on Roy's leg? Serb knows everything.
He was almost a fireman last night. Remember, he was a fireman last night. Or
Dude,
what, the fireman?
listen, both of you, I'm gonna tell you right now. If that was me, I would have just kept driving. If I would have seen them with a cell phone in their hand, hey, they got a cell phone. I gotta go. Fucking Serb wanted to like fucking be a part of the volunteer fucking fire department last night.
Serious, dude. That shit was fucking hilarious, dude. He's like, I'm good to my fire blanket. I'm like, what the fuck? Like,
You're a dick. You mean eat a dick, Serb? Not you're a dick.
yeah, he's like, yeah, exactly.
I love you, Serb. I love you, dog.
Shit, I hate to see. I could just see him now trying to wrestle an alligator across the street. I'll get that
Hell
bitch
yeah.
out.
Yo, sir, did you go back to the police with the fucking video?
Yeah, right.
He was like stopping there, like he was like, they need Serb right now. It was like,
Yeah,
no,
right,
dude, they
exactly.
don't fucking need you. Just fucking do your $5 order, dude. What the fuck?
I'm surprised. I'm surprised Serb didn't bust out one of those little cherries. Put that shit on top of his car like he's a detective or some shit.
Fucking Serb. Dude, Serb actually
Yeah.
said he's got a fire blanket in his car. He was going to run out there and cover it. Who's got a fire blanket? Serb.
Exactly, bro. Like the fuck. Like I could see if you had like a fire extinguisher in your car, but a fire blanket. Like what? Like some crazy person comes running out of the fucking bush on fire. He's out there. Trying to throw a blanket out of his shit. Like what the fuck? Dude?
Jody, he's trying to put his dick in my ear. Oh, you didn't time me out? Oh, then I apologize. See how I overreact? I love you, Dennis. I miss you. I wish you a good life. You're a good guy.
He said it took the fire department 20 minutes, so they needed me. But you pussed out. You like pussied out because you're like, oh, it exploded. I said, fuck it, I'm not going up there. I
Yeah.
exploded. So you pussied out. Like, what the fuck?
Dude, they were in no hurry to come, man.
Oh, hell no.
They were just like, fuck it. They're like,
They like, once
just another Friday night insurance fraud. We'll get there when we get there.
well, not only that, once it's on fire, what are they going to do? It ain't like they can put it out and save the car. Like, its car's fucked anyways. So you might as well burn it to the ground anyways. The only problem is now because it gets so hot, that cement or the asphalt's going to be all fucked up there. So when you're driving and you hit a big ass hole because the fucking cement got, or the fucking asphalt got melted, that shit sucks.
Yeah. Dude, Serb, if you're listening, right in front of the Tijuana Flats that we don't like the people, there was a car fire, and where the little strip is, you can see it. It's black. It's charred. It's been that way for like 3 weeks. Just like you said, Roy, it fucked up the whole road.
Yeah, the fucking whole asphalt gets fucked up. I've seen that. That's happened on our freeway. There's like a, what was it? Like a big ass garbage truck caught on fire. And dude, it fucked that asphalt up so bad, dude. And it's like, it took them like a month to fix that shit, bro. Because they had to rip all that fucking asphalt out and put all brand new asphalt. Because it just melted the shit, dude. Like, whoop, it was all fucking, like, god damn, dude.
Yeah.
So it's like, fuck that. But yeah, Sir was like, I don't know what the fuck. He must keep like, do you have like fucking, what he has in his car, dude? It sounds like he motherfucker's ready for Armageddon.
It's got a
dude.
whole kit, man.
To go, shit, there's a Russian plane. Let me get my fucking bazooka out of the trunk. Fuck, dude.
You should keep an extra boat in there unless you know.
Do you have any life jackets in your car, motherfucker?
Yeah.
He's got one of those blow-up dinghies in his back of his car.
The meal ready to eat. I guarantee he has a meal ready to eat in the back just in case.
Yeah, right.
Fucking
In the
so.
cave, you probably got a couple of them in there. Got one of blow up fucking dinghies in there in the back, so you just
Yeah.
blow up this little boat. Oh shit, that's fucking hilarious, dude.
Did you really, Jody? That's cool.
That'd be crazy. Yeah, dinghy in the back.
When my condo got lit on fire, I had my 2 cats in there. It totally freaked me out. Completely freaked me out.
Lightning strike.
No, not the lightning. It's a different time, Roy. I have shit happen to me.
How'd it catch a fire again?
No, before. This is like about 8 years ago.
How'd you set your house up?
There was a hurricane coming, and I just had moved and just got divorced, so I didn't have anything, and I had an old radio. So I took this old radio out, and I was looking to see what the batteries were, and I just like got up and I said, before everybody goes crazy, let me go buy water, let me buy batteries for the radio, let me go buy some shit. And I left the radio on my stove when I had opened it up to look, and it had like a cord on it. And I guess my cats, because 100% I did not turn my oven on for a couple of days. I did not eat at home. So it's not like I left the oven on. But I assume, and when we talked to a fireman, they said it made sense, that you know how the cats like to play like a snake with shit, like a cord, and they must by accident turned my burner on, and I, like an idiot, left the radio on there, and it lit the radio on fire.
Oh, fuck.
So it really didn't fuck it up, but it was all that plastic, so it was fucking really smoky and nasty. And my neighbor called the firemen. They busted the door down, and when I came home, I was like, "What the fuck, man?" It was like, and they were like, "You can't go in there." And I was like, "My cats, my cats, my cats!" And I ran in and said, "Fuck you, take me to jail." And I got my cats.
Yeah,
but I didn't.
That plastic smell would be horrible.
Yeah, dude, it stunk, and I like ended up like repainting my walls and shit. But it didn't hurt anything. It was just the radio. But when I turned the corner, dude, it was a lot of smoke coming out of my fucking condo. I was like, oh, shit.
Oh, that means somebody probably called pretty quick. Got them there pretty quick.
My neighbor did, and they told them, my neighbor was crazy as shit. She's ghetto as all hell. I love her. Fucking Tara. She's sitting there saying, I told him that man will kill everybody if them cats are hurt. And they were waiting. They said, well, are you going to pay for the door? And she had to talk him into breaking the door down, apparently.
Oh, wow.
They were like, would you have his phone number? Can we get permission?
Well, that probably helped that it caught on fire on the stove, because there probably wasn't a lot around there else to catch on fire, huh?
Dude, nothing else like the wall or the ceiling. It was just on the stove. And to be honest with you, it was that plastic. So once it dried, I just fucking chipped it off. You couldn't even tell anything was wrong.
Yeah. That's crazy.
But I think my cats lit my fucking condo on fire, man. And they were sitting under the fucking bed like, what the fuck, man?
Yeah, right. All right, well, I'm going to end this bad boy. We've been on for 3 hours too long.
Not me, man. I haven't been on for 3 hours. That's good.
Oh, you go over there to the Serbs and have fun.
No, I ain't going, dude. I'm going to sleep. I can't be on here all the time.
Yeah, this medicine's probably going to get me tired here soon, too. My body got to get used to that shit, dude. That shit fucks my system up. So. All right, Jerry, what things are coming up? What?
Yep, I gotta go. I gotta see you. Hey, everybody, y'all go fuck yourself. If I offended anybody, good. I'm glad. Have a good night.
You stupid. All right, y'all. Yeah, no shit. All right, y'all. Thanks for coming in. We'll talk to you guys later. Have a good night. Appreciate you.
Yeah.